Hey everyone, hope you're doing well today. Thanks again for dropping by. I've got another scale for you today. This is going to be the E minor pentatonic scale, and that's what I was playing on that blues that I opened up with. So I just wanted you to see how that sounds, and I was just improvising on it, nothing fancy, and you can see that it sounds pretty cool. We're going to kind of approach this like we did the C major scale. Not too much to talk about on this one. We just want to get you up and playing, memorizing this scale, this shape. Now, there are 5 shapes to each of these, to the major scale and the pentatonic scale. So our goal, our long-term goal, is to learn all 5 shapes. Okay, so the C major scale, just work on that one that we've been working on, and we will get into those shapes. And this one here on the pentatonic scale, this is shape 1 that we're going to learn today. Okay, so again, as I said, there's 5 shapes. Shape 1 is the one that's used the most, and it's really not that hard to play in an open position. Okay, so open meaning that we have like a lot of these open strings. And that's why I made it a point to end that song to go all the way down the scale. Okay, so let's just jump right into it. And and by the way, thank you for dropping by, guys, friends and neighbors, and all my supporters. And I really appreciate it. Hope you've been enjoying the videos. You probably or if you've stuck with me this far, you're probably starting to learn a lot more than you ever knew before, and it just keeps getting to be more and more fun. Okay, it's like that's what this is all about, is learning. It's so much fun to learn new things on the guitar. So okay, anyways, starting off with your open E string. Let me back up so you can see. And again, make sure you have good form with your right hand. Don't have your hand on a ball. Just kind of let it rest on the side of the guitar. And so you're going to start with the low E string. Oh, and you're going to have your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret. Okay, notice you're going to have 1 finger per fret. Okay, 1st finger 1st fret, 2nd finger 2nd fret, 3rd finger 3rd fret. We're only going to use the 3rd finger and the 2nd finger. And so before I forget, I'm going to say this right now. This is highly important that you use your 3rd finger and your 2nd finger. I've noticed time and time again. I'm talking about you, Stretch, and actually a couple other people. Don't come back, like when you start playing this this scale with your 3rd finger or 2nd finger. Don't come back. After you're done with the lesson, don't go sit down on the couch or sit down in your practice session and start using fingers 1 and 2. Okay, that's a really common mistake that people make. Your fingers will get so confused because you do have muscle memory, okay? And your fingers, they don't have a brain. They will just do what you tell them to do. So if you train them, to play like this, that's what they want to do, okay? Because you're training your muscles. But then you go back the next day and you go, with these fingers, now your brain is like just really not liking it very much, okay? So be nice to your fingers. Okay, so sorry, I had to really think about it. That was probably something really stupid to say, but it's true though. Really try to be very consistent. Same thing with chords. Always use the same fingers all the time. You will learn exponentially faster. Okay, so having said that, you have the open E string. 3rd fingers can be on the 3rd fret. Remember, what were the notes on the 3rd fret? G. We had G and C. Okay. So you have E, open E, G, your open A string. Now your 2nd finger plays on the 2nd fret. 2nd finger, 2nd fret, okay? Which is B. And you have open D. You have your 2nd fret again, which is going to be the E. Open G string, 2nd fret. That note is going to be A, okay? Open B string. Now we use our 3rd finger on the skinny strings, the B and the E. Okay, then open, and then your third finger again. Okay, so see, what you want to visualize is that pattern. So the low E string gets 1 and 3, okay, and the two high strings, the B, or the two skinny strings, the B and the E string, get 1 and 3. So you have and I'll back up to where so I'm just picking down right now. Yeah, sorry for the lighting in here. I can't seem to figure out a way to keep the light from glaring off of my glasses. I don't know how all the other YouTubers get such good lighting. So, and again, you want to do this in groups of 6 or whatever, you know, just up and down and go really nice and slow at first, and eventually you'll get better at it. But you want to just practice it now to where it just becomes almost mechanical, to where you just go up and down without even thinking. Now, and I should tell you, this note is the pentatonic scale because it just has 5 notes as opposed to the major scale, okay? You know, they just repeat over and over, just those 5 notes. And so, and the C major scale, we didn't talk too much about your right hand. So now that you've been practicing some scale work, this is something else I want you to start doing is with the alternate picking, which is up and down. So you could go down, up. See how I'm going down, up with my right hand? Let's see if I can see it. Okay, so you want to get used to doing that. But of course, once you have the scale down. But here's another good way to do this is just go like this on your E string. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, practice it that way at first. Oops. And you could do like different beats. Okay, just kind of play around with that. Use your imagination. Have fun with that. That's really all there is to that first position. Okay, there's the and it's when I was doing the blues that I opened up with, all the notes I played, I purposely just stayed within that scale. So this is the cool thing. This, you have to remember, this is E minor pentatonic. This is, you know, this low E is your root note. That's the scale that you play, you know, in your blues, okay, in your E blues. So as long as I play any note in that scale, see that? And if I go to the A, it still works. Okay, so that's pretty much all there is. You can have fun with it, and it's a good exercise to play like an E, just strum an E. And the other fun thing with this too, if you're running out of ideas, think of a phrase. Okay, I like to, when I use it all the time in lessons, is I like bubble gum. Okay, so think of I like bubble gum. I like bubble gum. Okay, and you can do different notes. I like bubble gum. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's where it really gets to be fun. You can think up any phrase that you want to, and turn that cadence kind of into kind of a scale, or something you can use, a motif, so to speak. Okay, and that's what's fun about the blues. If you come up with that one motif, you can play that all the way through. Okay. And then when you get to the B7th, that's kind of the answer to the motif, you know. So, you know, you could change it up on that B7th. You know, maybe the B7th could be I don't like bubble gum at all. See that? Okay, so you kind of get the idea. And I mean, I don't even know if that's, you know, that's kind of I don't know if that's a great example, but it works. Okay, you know, you can come up with your own ideas, but have fun with that. To me, I think some of the funnest thing about playing guitar is improvising. And don't be afraid to make mistakes. You're going to make lots of mistakes. I still do today. You know, even like when I'm playing these videos, you know, when you're improvising, you're making up stuff off the cuff, you're going to hit a few clinkers. I do it all the time. I don't care, because I would much rather just do something spontaneous, see what happens. And there's always magic in when you do that. I don't know what it is about. I'm sure somebody maybe could tell us about it, but you know, there's something fresh and new when you improvise, and you're learning, you know, and you're kind of you know, in the moment, you know, and it's just really it's a joyous thing to do, and I just love it. I mean, I certain songs that have a certain lead that I have to play, I will do it that way, but if I don't have to play a lead a certain way, I'm going to just make it up on the spot. I've done it that way for years, and yeah, it sucks if you're having a bad night, but you know, for the most part, it sounds good, and it's amazing when you go back and listen to it, you're going, hey, that was actually a pretty cool thing, you know, and you'll never be able to repeat it a second time, but it still makes it fun and live, and it's and the whole reason we play music and why we have art and music is to be creative, okay, to let all that creativity come out of you, and okay, not to be, you know, just a robot that copies everybody else. Okay, so anyways, that about covers it on the pentatonic scale. If I left anything out, then I will be sure to maybe add into another lesson, but I think I've covered everything as far as that one goes. So anyways, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and appreciate you dropping by and watching the videos. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you next time around. Okay, bye-bye.